How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're going to be doing another historic best of one deck. I call this one Anointed Shimmer, but before we get into it, I just want to say if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Also, feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily, and if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. One last thing I'd like to say for all of my new followers or subscribers on either Twitch or YouTube. Once you have followed or subscribed, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment, say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Just don't forget to reach out to me once you do. So very excited to be able to offer that. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's hop into it. So on the 2 drops, we're going to skip out on the 1. We have the full play set of Fae of Wishes. This is an adventure card, and her adventure side granted at sorcery speed says you may reveal a non-creature card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. And then her creature side, she's a 1/4 flyer, and then we can activate her ability and discard 2 cards and return her to our hand. Earning 3 copies of Mazemind Tome. It's an artifact. We can tap it, put a page counter on it, and scry 1, or we can pay 2, tap it, put a page counter on it, and draw a card. And then once there are 4 or more page counters on Mazemind Tome, exile it. If you do, we gain 4 life. Running the full play set of Mind Stone. This is another artifact. We can tap it for colorless, and then later on we can pay 1, tap, sacrifice it, and draw a card if we need to. Running the full play set of Treasure Map. It's another artifact. We can pay 1, tap, and scry. Put a landmark counter on Treasure Map, and then if there are 3 or more landmark counters on it, remove those counters and transform Treasure Map and create 3 treasure tokens. And then it becomes Treasure Cove, which we can tap for colorless, and then we can also tap and sacrifice a treasure and draw a card. Onto the 3 drops, we have the full play set of Chromatic Lantern. It's another artifact. It says lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and we can tap it and add 1 mana of any color as well. On to the 4 drops, we have 3 copies of Anointed Procession. It's an enchantment, and it says if an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of these tokens instead. Running 3 copies of Shatter the Sky as a sorcery. Each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card and then destroy all creatures. 1 Wrath of God. Also at sorcery speed, destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. Running 4 copies of Karn, the Great Creator. He comes in at 5 loyalty, and his static ability says activated abilities of artifacts your opponent's control can't be activated. His +1 says until your next turn, up to 1 target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness each equal to its converted mana cost. And then his -2 says you may reveal an artifact card you own from outside the game or choose a face-up artifact card you own in exile. And put that card into your hand. On to the 5 drops, we have 2 copies of Forsaken Monument. This is a legendary artifact. It says colorless creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever you tap a permanent for colorless, add an additional. And then whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life. And then finally at the top end, we have 3 copies of Shimmer Dragon. This is a 5/6 with flying. And it says as long as you control 4 or more artifacts, Shimmer Dragon has hexproof. And then we can tap 2 untapped artifacts you control, and we can draw a card. So before we get into the mana base, let's go into the sideboard because we're going to be accessing that with either Fae of Wishes or Karn. Karn lets us pull artifacts. Fae of Wishes lets us pull non-creature cards. So we have 1 copy of Tormod's Crypt, artifact that we could tap and sacrifice Tormod's Crypt, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. 1 copy of Grafdigger's Cage, another artifact that says creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield, and players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. 1 copy of Sorcerous Spyglass, another artifact. As Sorcerous Spyglass enters the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. 1 copy of Clear the Mind. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library, and then we draw a card. Mythos of Eluna, sorcery. We're not going to read the entire card because we're only care about that very first sentence, which says create a token that's a copy of target permanent. And then one copy of Storm the Vault. It's a legendary enchantment. It says, whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, we create a treasure token. And then at the beginning of your end step, if you control 5 or more artifacts, we transform Storm the Vault, and it becomes Vault of Katalakan, a legendary land that we can tap for mana of any color, or we can add 1 blue mana for each artifact we control. One copy of Helm of the Host, another legendary artifact, and it says, at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except the token isn't legendary if equipped creature is legendary, and that token gains haste, and we can equip it for 5. One copy of Lithoform Engine, another legendary artifact. We can pay 2, tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for that copy. Pay 3, tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Or finally, pay 4, tap, copy target permanent spell you control. That copy becomes a token. Running one copy of Time Wipe at sorcery speed. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand, and then destroy all creatures. One Forsaken Monument, which we already covered. One Meteor Golem, another artifact creature. Is a 3/3, and when he enters the battlefield, we destroy target non-land permanent an opponent controls. One copy of Platinum Angels. She's a 4/4 with flying, and it says, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. One copy of Heliod's Intervention. At instant speed, we choose 1, destroy X target artifacts and or enchantments, and target player gains twice X life. And then finally, one copy of Sphinx Revelation. At instant speed, you gain X life and draw X cards. So what is this deck about? This deck is first off, before we get into the games, this deck is JANK. This is not a tier 1 anything deck, so if we get destroyed every game, it is what it is. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to use Anointed Procession and just create an absurd amount of tokens, and those tokens will eventually be either Shimmer Dragons, or we go into the sideboard and we can make a bunch of Platinum Angels, whatever. But we're going to do that with Helm of the Host. So we are going to either use our Fae of Wishes or our Karn to access our sideboard, pull out a Helm of the Host. Once we pull out the Helm of the Host, we should by then already have several artifacts on the board, between treasure map and all these other things. And if we can get an Anointed Procession out, then let's say for instance treasure map, when we flip it, instead of getting 3, we get 6 treasures, and then we can access our sideboard again and find Storm the Vault. If we have 5 or more artifacts, we transform it, and then we can ramp even harder into some of our more massive spells. And then also Forsaken Monument will double our mana pool. So toward mid to late game, we should have a pretty ridiculous amount of mana to play around with. And also card draw with our Shimmer Dragon. We're going to have so many artifacts that we can tap, including our treasure map, that we can just draw into what we need. Once we do that, we can use Mythos of Luna if we want to get real nasty and copy Anointed Procession. We can also pull out, the Lithoform Engine and make copies of Anointed Procession. And then we just, equip our Helm of the Host onto our Shimmer Dragon or our Platinum Angel and create like 30, 40 copies of it and swing in for the win. So yeah, that's the deck. We have Mazemind Tome, helps us scry or draw cards and eventually gain some life to stabilize. Mind Stone's also a nice ramp spell that we can also utilize for card draw later in the game. Treasure Map allows us to scry and eventually ramp and create artifacts that we can use to sacrifice, draw a card, or whatever. Chromatic Lantern helps us tap our lands for any color, so it helps fix our colors. Also adds an additional mana, so it helps us ramp as well. Anointed Procession is the main idea behind the deck, which helps us create multiple copies of tokens under our possession. We have the Shatter the Sky to help board control, Wrath of God. I'm only running one of this because I only have one copy of this. I don't really like letting my opponents draw cards, but that is what it is. 4 copies of Karn, like we said before, to access our artifacts if we can't find it through Fae of Wishes. 2 Forsaken Monuments, helps us ramp, helps us stabilize with life gain when we play our artifacts. We're not really too concerned about the first portion of the colorless creatures get +2/+2. And then, of course, Shimmer Dragon is just a nice, thick body that can really be nice with the hexproof and also helps us draw cards. Yeah, so that's the deck. Let's get into the mana base. I chose 4 Glacial Fortress, 4 Hallowed Fountain, 2 Temple of Enlightenment, 3 Crawling Barrens, 3 Labyrinth of Skophos, 4 copies of Radiant Fountain, 1 Sunscorched Desert, and 4 copies of Zhalfirin Void. So yeah, that's the deck. We have a 3.3 converted mana cost, running 7 creatures with 25 lands. Let's hop into some games. Let's see how we do. Yeah, I was inspired to make a deck like this. I've faced a similar deck on the ladder the other day, and I was just blown away by the interactions, so I figured I would give it a try, see how we do. First opponent, Black Brissa 100. We have a 4-lander here. We have our Chromatic Lantern, we have a board wipe, we have an Anointed Procession. This seems amazing. We will keep this. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Hallowed Fountain. Of course, we're playing mono red first game, I should say. Oh, Ornithopter. Oh, this could be a Cavalcade deck because Ornithopter counts as a... So we're going to go ahead and play Hallowed Fountain. Thank God we have this board wipe. Opponent's going in for 1. And light up the stage, okay. Another light up the stage, okay. There's the Cavalcade. Let's just go ahead and play out the Glacials. Really nothing we could do here. Next turn we can play out our Radiant Fountain. And then I think we'll Radiant Fountain, Chromatic Lantern, Shatter the Sky. This is an interesting variation here with the Ornithopters. I've never seen this version. So we'll gain some life. We will play out a Chromatic Lantern. And then next turn we shatter. Okay, let's see if he has another Cavalcade. He does not. Excellent. And he played all the creatures in his hand. That's exactly what we wanted. This is my favorite part. Cool. We do have another Shatter the Sky, just in case. It looks like we're going to need to destroy this Cavalcade as soon as possible. Let's see what this last card is. Of course, it's going out of the Firebrand. Okay. So what's the move here? Do we shatter again? I feel like that's a waste. Next turn he goes in for 2. Let's do Karn. Let's pull out a Forsaken Monument. Or we could just die. So this is just like another version of Cavalcade, I guess. Cool. lands now. Some life. I think we'll just use Karn to pull out Platinum Angel. Alright, he has to kill us here. He could have a shock. If he has a shock, oh, he doesn't do it. So this won't be enough if we play our Platinum Angel. But now our lands tap for, our colorless lands, I should say, tap for double. Cool. And he's still ignoring the Karn, I love it. Okay, so let's do some stabilizing. Okay. Let's put a platinum. Okay. Let's do, have to wait for that. So let's just plus, in the meantime, we'll plus up Forsaken. Smack the face. Okay. So now we're out of the danger zone. The opponent has to kill the Platinum Angel, or he can't win anyway. Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter. We didn't even get to do what we were trying to do, but it doesn't matter to me. So let's do Fae. I think what we're interested in is, do we time wipe? Or do we just do this? I think we just do this. We'll do this. And we'll do this. And GG. Do this. Okay. Make a bunch of copies of this. Got him. Hey, anytime I beat mono red, it puts a smile on my face, right? Alright, so good game. We didn't do what we were trying to do, but there's a lot going on with this deck, so. Cool. Let's hop into another one. Alright, so this does not look like a keepable hand. The two-lander with Mazemind. Yeah, I don't know if we can keep this. Seems a little better. We have early scry and ramp. We have our board wipe. What do we do here? Do we... I guess we'll drop the Karn. So let's drop Karn. We'll start off with our Glacial Fortress. Our opponent is Edgar 93. Another red deck? No, this is red-white. Okay, cool. This could be Warriors. Equipment.
Sorry, something went wrong. When you're ready, give it another try.
Red, blue, white. So 3-color Warriors. Champion of Flame can get out of control very, very fast. I think we need to get this treasure map out so we can ramp into our Shatter, because we're definitely going to need it. He could put two equipments on champion and then be done. Oh, he doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's play... If I play Temple, that gives me 2 land. Yeah, so I think we'll wait on the Temple. We'll play our Crawling. We'll play out the Mind Stone. And I think we pass because we're going to want to activate this as soon as possible. Okay. Just waiting for him to add some equipment so we can shatter. Dalikos Crapper Wonders. Pay 2, add this mana to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Equipped creatures you control have flying and haste. Wow, okay. It's pretty nasty. Okay, so we will scry. Radiant Fountain. We're at 19. I think we can bottom this, right? Yeah. Good for like Anointed Procession or something. Loving this. Untapped land. We could be taking a risk here. He could just easily just kill us next turn. I don't think we need the Glacial Fortress. Now we can play out our Mazemind. And we pass. Okay. Wonder if our opponent is running counter spells. I would doubt it in this type of deck, but you know, you never know. People are putting in Mystical Dispute and everything nowadays. All right, so opponent's sacking the Fabled Passage. We'll get 2 scries off this turn. Searching up a mountain. Okay. So he's at 4, 5, 6. He's looking to put this Colossus Hammer on him. It's fine. So we'll activate Treasure Map. Embercleave. Okay, that's interesting. I always forget about Embercleave being in equipment. Alrighty. Don't think we need another land. Cool. And we'll do a little scry here. Chromatic Lantern. Yeah, that could work with our Fae. I think we'll keep that. Now, unfortunately, our opponent has pushed our hand. We will have to board wipe this turn. So let's just go ahead and do that first. Opponent will get to draw a card, but that's fine. Just slow him down a little bit. We'll do this, and we pass. Okay. Trying to think if he could have any creatures with haste. I don't think so, but you never know. Little Haktos. Okay, well that won't protect you from a board wipe. That's fine. Okay, Shadow Spear. We'll activate this. Zhalfirin Void. We don't need you. There we go. Scry again. Don't need another treasure map. Drop you. Okay. Do I Wrath here? Let's play out the Chromatic. I think I just Wrath, honestly. I can't let him do anything. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do Fae of Wishes. let's take out Heliod, and we'll pass. We'll just wipe all this stuff out too. And then we can replay Fae of Wishes. Even if he equips them on a creature. So that's one. Okay. Doesn't have enough to equip him. That's good. Radiant Fountain, I don't think we need. We're looking for action here. We're looking for like a Shimmer Dragon would be real nice. Okay. So unfortunately, I have to do this. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, and 3. Do that. Cool. Let's play out the Fae so we can get a blocker. And yeah, we'll pass. Next turn we can draw, gain 4 life. Goblin Chain Roller. Cool. Fry it up. Some life. Karn. Karn's nice. Cool. 4 bears. Okay. So let's get the Karn out there. Let's get you out there. Let's search for, what do we want? I think we're so close to dying, I think we need to pull the platinum first. And, yeah, we're just going to hold up the Fae for blocking. We will scry on our next turn. I don't think he has removal, so the platinum could really save us. Okay, we will be scrying here. They want us to have this Radiant Fountain, don't they? Well, we'll pass on that. Let's see if he goes face or if he's going to target Karn. Does not do anything. Okay. Let's go ahead and play out Forsaken. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's make this a 7/7, and then we'll just hold up the blocks. I think that's the move. Okay. He's passing again. That's I think that's game blouses. Adventure is very nice here. My turn. Let's go ahead and play out you. Let's go in the sideboard. Let's pick out a. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna hold up the blocks. At this point, it doesn't matter because Platinum Angel we can't lose anyways, and we pass. Next turn, we'll copy Platinum Angel. Once again, I'm sorry, you're not seeing the actual combo here, or what I'm trying to do, but it's cool. Well, he should have attacked last turn. Now it's too late. So this gives 3/0 trample. I mean, it doesn't really even matter. We can just pass. Yep, no blocks. Cool. My turn. We'll activate this. There's our Anointed. Very nice. Right on time. Play our Anointed. We do this. Okay. Do we keep going with Karn? No, I think we just plus Karn. And yeah, plus Karn, submit 0.
There is great power in the things we make.
3. Looking. Okay, just quit. Got him. Not quite mono red, but still feels good. All right, cool. Excuse me. Excellent. Got ourselves a little pack here. Let's crack this. See what we get. And a Baron. Tolarian Archmage. Cool. Alright, let's hop into another one. KC Soup 43. Alright, so we have a 3-lander here. We have 1 source of white for our Shatter, but no early Scry. Very risky. And then a Shimmer Dragon. We don't usually want to see him in our opening hand. Opponent is a Yorion. So he's either bouncing creatures or he's bouncing enchantments. Yeah, I feel like this is a little slow. Let's mulligan this. Okay, this looks much better. We have Shatter the Sky. So we'll keep this. We'll drop 1 treasure map. Go ahead and play out our Hallowed Fountain first. Okay. Pick up a Mind Stone is nice. Green white. Interesting. Okay, let's shock in here. Let's go ahead and get the treasure map going. Tessin. Oh, Tessin. Okay, so we want to have 1 mana available for treasure map. So let's play Mind Stone. And I guess we Temple, right? Another Mind Stone. Do we want another Mind Stone? I think we can bottom this because we're gonna be getting tokens from the treasure map, and we'll pass. Opponent's gonna start drawing some cards from Setessin, which I do not like. Okay. Also, I'm assuming he has enchantment removal. There's another Altus. Okay, so we'll go ahead and scry here. Radiant Fountain. I think we're looking for some action. We're looking for like an Anointed Procession or something like that. Gonna start making walls. Do we shatter here? I think we wait until he gets his walls out. Or do we shatter now? Doesn't seem to be running. I think we have to get rid of this test, and we don't want him drawing more land. And then we'll scry again. It's gonna create himself some walls. Cool. Calyx. Okay, that can be problematic.
I was created for one purpose: restoring order to Theros.
Okay. Crawling Barrens. Ugh. Alright. Now I'm running 25 land in this deck. I'm wondering if maybe I should cut one land and maybe add an additional...
The patterned future appears before me.
Yeah, this could be problematic for us. Okay, so... let's... scry first. Chromatic Lantern, okay. Let's play you tapped. Let's play Mazemind and pass. Creature or enchantment.
Stars will light our way.
Banishing Light. Okay. So we definitely are looking for our Shimmer Dragon. He can hit the Platinum Angel. So he's playing the Setessan. Yeah. Let that resolve. Not much we can do about that. Plays a Plains. Still not bringing... Okay. Creature spells. Cool. Mazemind here. Okay. Play the Chromatic. Play the Karns.
I will defend my allies. Stand down.
Oh, let's see. We do Graph Diggers, creature cards in graveyards in the library. It's creature cards, though. We could try and do Sorcerous Spyglass and see if we hit... Let's do that. Let's play Sorcerers. Let's see what he's got in his hand. Oof. Activated ability. But we're gonna name Calyx instead. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because he's running Banishing Light anyways, so you can just Banishing Light the sorcerers. End turn. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. Okay, he's gonna hit our Karn, I'm assuming. Opponent's getting crazy.
I have let my friends down.
Crazy value out of the Setessan champion. There's the Banishing Light for our Sorcerous Spyglass. Yep. Okay. Scry it up. Do this.
I am blessed by
Oops, can't
this.
get counters. So, he's got multiple Solemnities. Creature or enchantment. So I guess let's do Karn again.
Let us begin.
This.
You will not threaten this world.
3/4. Do I take a meteor golem? Yeah, let's do this meteor golem here. Play this out. And we'll do this. Now the thing is, when he plays Solemnity, he can't get counters either. So that means no more counters on Setessan, no more counters on Calyx.
Patterned future
9 lives. Okay, so this is the Solemnity 9 lives thing. Followed our retreat. Okay. Lost this one. Not much we could do there. Very control-y build. I guess that's one things that this deck isn't too well suited to handle is planeswalkers, but all right, my friends, I'm sorry you didn't get to see the multiple shenanigans, but like I said, if you get the Anointed Procession into play, things can get pretty nutty with Anointed Procession and the Helm of the Host. But very, very cool deck. Performs very well. Very happy with it. Very fun to play. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. I just want to say once again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. If you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. And don't forget, if you're going to be a new follower or subscriber on either my Twitch or YouTube channel, once you do follow or subscribe, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment, say something like, hey, I just subbed or whatever, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.